Good morning, everyone. This is Kaushik, and you're listening to Noobs Law School. In this video, I am going to talk about the monetary policy of RBI, which has been introduced by Shakti Kanta Das, who is the present Governor of Reserve Bank of India. So before starting the video, I would like to introduce you to LawSet Adda, which is a one-stop solution for Telangana and Andhra Pradesh LawSet examination. So if you are interested in preparing for any of the state-based examinations, then you should definitely refer to the LawSet Adda, which is a one-stop solution. And the link of this channel is also provided inside the description box of this video. Now let's talk about the focus of this video. At first, I'm going to talk about the news itself, and then I'm going to talk about the highlights of this news. Then I'm also going to talk about the basics of regarding the RBI monetary policy, in which I'm basically going to talk about the monetary policy committee. Then I'm going to talk about the history of RBI, that is Reserve Bank of India itself. Then, of course, I will end my video with the conclusion, and then I have prepared certain questions for you all, in which you can test your current affairs preparations, and you are supposed to give answers inside the comment box of this video. So now let me get this video started straight. Let's talk about the news itself. For the 11th time in a row, yes, for the 11th time, you should pay focus on the 11th time. The Reserve Bank of India has decided to keep the main policy rate, that is the repo rate, unchanged at 4%. So this is a major issue which has been going on. So the repo rate, what is repo rate? You should know what repo rate is. So repo rate is basically the rate of interest which the Central Bank of India charges upon the loans it gives to the banks, right? Now let's move on to the next part. The central bank has now decided to focus on inflation. Yes, the central bank, that is the RBI, has decided to focus on inflation over growth. So it is going to control inflation opposite to growth by sucking out money from the system in a multi-year time frame. So you might remember the fact of Atmanirbhar Bharat packages. At that time, liquidity inside the market was infused. At the present moment, inflation is rising because of the excessive liquidity presence in the market. So the government has decided to suck out money via certain methods, which of course we are going to talk about in the later part of the video. Now let me talk about the promotional part of this video. So Unacademy has come up with self-analysis series, which is for the students of CLAT 2022, and in order to enroll in this series you need to use my code, that is THRINH10, and I would like to tell you that this series is completely free. Then Unacademy has come up with certain batches. The first one is the Target NLU, which is an excellence batch for CLAT 2023 students, and it is going to start from 6th April, and the mode of language is both Hindi and English language. Then there is another batch which is called Rank Boosters, and it is a last mile batch for the students of CLAT 2022, and it is going to start from 6th April, and the mode of language is of course only English. Then there is another batch which is called Law and Order batch, which is one-stop solution for the students of CLAT 2024, and it is going to start from 8th April, and the mode of language is both Hindi and English. Then I would like to inform you about the CLAT Unacademy Lite subscription, which is basically a sort of a mock test series, and you can get this subscription for a period of 1 month only at the rate of 1000 rupees per, and you can get a 3-month subscription at the mere price of 2000 rupees only. So do not forget to subscribe to this test series and use my code, that is THRINH10, in order to get maximum discount. You can pause the video and see the Unacademy Lite mock test calendar for yourself. Then I would like to tell you that why you should attend full-length mock tests. Questions are designed and curated by the top educators at Unacademy. If you score high in the mock test of Unacademy, you stand chances of winning attractive gifts. Though the repo rate was left unchanged at 4%, the reverse repo rate has been increased to 3.75% from the earlier 3.35%. So what is the reverse repo rate? The reverse repo rate is basically the rate of interest which the other banks are paid by the Reserve Bank of India, that is the central bank. So the difference between repo rate and reverse repo rate is this, that in repo rate, Reserve Bank of India gives loan. In the reverse repo rate, the Reserve Bank of India takes loan from other banks. So are you understanding this? You should understand that part. And at both the times, it is the rate of interest. So earlier the rate of interest of reverse repo rate was 3.35%. Now it has been increased to 3.75% in order to lure private banks to give loan, to store their money inside the Reserve Bank of India. Now this policy, basically this news, it insisted on gradual calibrated withdrawal of liquidity over a multi-year time frame. As I talked about in here, liquidity. So it's a withdrawal of liquidity in a multi-year time frame in a non-disruptive manner beginning this year. So this is going to start from this year onwards only. Now let's move on to the highlights of the news. So RBI, that is the Reserve Bank of India, is to introduce standing deposit facility, that is SDF, a tool which is going to absorb liquidity from the market without any collateral. So SDF is basically, a replacement sort of tool which is going to replace the reverse repo rate. The standing deposit facility will form the floor of liquidity adjustment facility corridor, of course, the same thing. The SDF, that is the standing deposit facility, will be instituted with an interest rate of 3.75%. You are already aware of the fact that the reverse repo rate has been increased to 3.75%, and it is going to work as a replacement of FRR. So FRR is basically the fixed rate of reverse repo. So you can also say it repo rate, reverse repo rate. The CPI, that is Consumer Price Index, inflation has been seen averaging higher up to 5.7% in the financial year of 2023 compared to 4.5% which was predicted earlier. So now let's talk about the Consumer Price Index inflation. The earlier predictions were that the inflation will be limited to 4.5%, which was the earlier predictions. But because of certain reasons, it has been, again predicted at 5.7% for the financial year of 23. So that's a major change. Now let me, you can pause the video and take a screenshot. You don't have to remember all of these, but you have to remember repo rate, reverse repo rate. You can also remember the fact of bank rate. Rest of these are not that much important from the exam perspective. Now let's talk about the basics of RBI Monetary Policy Committee. The Monetary Policy Committee was created in the year of 2016 for the first time. The chief objective of this policy is to bring transparency and accountability in deciding monetary policy. This committee comprises of 6 members. The Governor of RBI, that is, who is the present Governor of RBI, it is Shakti Kanta Das. So the Governor of RBI acts as an ex officio chairman of this committee. 3 members are basically selected from the Reserve Bank of India itself. Then there are 3 members who are selected by the Government of India. MPC, that is Monetary Policy Committee, determines the policy interest rate. The policy interest rate required to achieve the inflation target. The current inflation target is pegged at 4% with plus or minus 2% tolerance limit. But you are already aware of the fact that the prediction for this year's inflation is set at 5.7%. In the present year, in the month of February, the inflation rate went up to 6.1%, which of course crossed the ceiling of maximum, that is 4 plus 2, that is 6%. So that is a very serious concern for the country called India. Now let's talk about the history of RBI itself. So this T is probably a spelling mistake. The Reserve Bank of India was established on 1st April in the year of 1935. The legislation for Reserve Bank of India was passed in the year of 1934, that is Reserve Bank of India Act 1934. So you must remember this one, of course. So there is a gap between both the establishment and the passing of the act. The present Governor of RBI is Shri Shakti Kanta Das, and RBI is headquartered in Mumbai. So a lot of people, because of the fact Delhi is the capital of India, mistake the headquarters of RBI at Delhi, but that is not true. The headquarters of RBI are situated in the capital city of Maharashtra, that is Mumbai. The chief objectives of RBI are the issue of banknotes, basically, securing monetary stability in the country, also to operate the currency and credit system of the country. Now let's move on to the conclusion of this video. The presence of excessive liquidity should be tackled with seriousness, and the increase in reverse repo rate from 3.25% to 3.75% is a step in right direction, and the government should be praised for it. And the Reserve Bank of India should be praised for it. Price stability is a very, very necessary precondition to sustainable growth for any country. GDP growth rate predictions fell from 7.8% to 7.2% for the financial year of 2023, which shows the volatility of the growth of the GDP in India. Inflation trends are not very satisfying in respect of the set standards of 4%. I already told you that in the month of February 2022, the inflation rate went up to 6.1 percentage. So all we can do is hope for a better future. We are not certain whether we are going to have it or not. So hope is the best thing for present. Now let's move on to the next segment of this video. These are the questions which are going to test your current affair preparation. You are supposed to give answer inside the comment box of this video. So now let's move on to the first question, that is, how many members are there in the Monetary Policy Committee? Option A, 6 members. Option B, 8 members. Option C, 4 members. Option D, 3 members. Now let's move on to the next question. In which year Reserve Bank of India was established? Option A, 1933. Option B, 1935. Option C, 1934. Option D, 1938. So you need to answer this question very carefully. I'm asking in which year Reserve Bank of India was established, not the act was passed. So now let's move on to the next question. Who is the current governor of Reserve Bank of India? Option A, Manmohan Singh, who also had been the prime minister of this country. Option B, Shaktikanta Das. Option C, Nirmala Sitharaman. Option D, Oliver Queen. Now let's move on to the next question. What is reverse repo rate? I already told you inside the video what is reverse repo rate. So give answer of this question very carefully. Option A, the interest rate at which the Reserve Bank absorbs liquidity from banks. Option B, the interest rate at which the Reserve Bank provides overnight liquidity to banks. Option C, none of the above. Now, as the video has finished, I would like to thank you for watching this video. I would also like to request you to go and check out the Loset Adda channel, and also do not forget to subscribe and like this video and this channel, of course. Thank you for watching this video. Please share this video as much as you can with your friends and all those people who are preparing for current affairs and exams. Thank you.